Hey, this is Brian Bell. I'm an actor and director in Chicago, and I'm excited to tell you about a theater piece I'm working on in Japan this summer that got started in Berlin last May. It's called Project G. I was one of 50 theater artists invited from 18 different countries to participate in the International Forum, which was a 2-week workshop, a theater workshop intensive, last May as part of the National Theater Festival, the Berliner Festspiele in Berlin. It was an incredible 2 weeks at the Forum. We saw shows almost every night, and I learned many new techniques and methods of theater making. There was a class on choral speaking, another class on performance art focusing on the works of Francis Bacon, and a contemporary dance class. We participated in podium discussions at the festival, and in workshops every morning, and of course, informal networking sessions in the evenings. I was able to make deep, meaningful connections with many new colleagues. 4 of those colleagues turned out to be very important. Ihito Terao from Tokyo, his wife and creative partner, now also from Tokyo, Annalie from Marburg in Germany, and Natasha from Namibia in southern Africa. We all decided that we wanted to create a theater project together, and the topic that kept coming up was happiness. What does that mean for me? What does it mean for you? What does it mean in our respective cultures? Over the course of last summer, Ihito had made a few trips to Fukushima, the region hit hardest by the tsunami last year. His stories of the devastation and the hardships that the residents there are still undergoing convinced us that this part of the world, that the media and international focus had turned away from since the natural disaster ended, is exactly the point where we should begin our work together. So, what we're going to do for the project, we're going to meet in Japan this June. Once we're all there, we're going to head to Fukushima, which is this area that's been hit the hardest by this natural disaster, the tsunami, as well as where the nuclear reactor was last year. And we're going to interview a lot of people. We'll document the experience of those living in Fukushima. Then we'll interview people in Tokyo as well and combine all of those stories into a performance montage that we'll present at the Goethe Institute German Cultural Center in Tokyo. This is all going to be preparation for a longer rehearsal process that's going to happen in Germany, where we'll perform this material in September. I think the project is really important for a lot of reasons. For me personally, I see it as the culmination of the work that I've been doing as an artist for the last 8 years. It's tying together a lot of my interests as well as my strengths and weaknesses. It's working with a lot of international colleagues who I really respect. There's an opportunity for really intense dialogue and social interaction and cultural exchange. We're using the German language as our working language, which is a part of my own life. It's been very dear to me for the last 10 years or so. As well as the individuals we'll be interviewing, and I'm sure their stories, how those will affect us, and how it will affect the impact it'll have on the folks that are following it virtually as well. Project G is about learning from one another. It's about creating art where it's needed most. It's about the power of the human story, of our stories. Please consider supporting Project G either with a donation or by spreading the word through friends, family, and social media. Support happiness, support dialogue, support theater, and get ready to go on a journey around the world. We hope you'll join us. Thank you.